This video is sponsored by Unvale. More on that later.
Hello, I'm Joe, and welcome to the video. It's my favorite time. It's my favorite time of day. It's my favorite time of night. It's my favorite time anytime. It's sketchbook time. We get to look through another sketchbook. Only with this one, I gave myself a slightly different goal than I usually do. Usually when I keep a sketchbook, I have one for about like 4 to 6 months, and it takes me a while to complete them. But a little over a month ago, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be so fun if I challenged myself to finish this sketchbook in 1 month? Wouldn't that just be such a great idea, you know? It didn't really go how I really wanted it to, but we're gonna get there when we get there. So I didn't have any particular goals with this sketchbook, but I did have some general things I wanted to do. So I knew going into it, I wanted to do more observational work than I usually do. So just like sitting down and drawing whatever's in front of me. I wanted to do more studies, not just of figure studies and stuff, but I wanted to draw more objects and buildings and just expand my visual library, if you will. But my third goal was to draw my characters more. If you don't know, I have a story in development called Collateral, and I haven't really been developing it like visually in the past year, but it has been on my mind, and I made it my goal of this sketchbook to just start jotting down my characters, to start drawing them. Even if they look really bad, I just need them. I need them to exist. God, I love my characters. If you've seen all of my videos, you probably already know Lunabelle and Cromwell, but all of these characters are new. These are new to the Collateral cast, and I'm wanting to talk about it, and I'm wanting to draw them. And though I will be going over them briefly in this video, I will be making character bios and expanding upon them on my profile on Unvale, which just so happens to be the sponsor of this video.
Unvale is an online platform made by creatives for creatives. It's a bustling community of over 200,000 artists, with the principles of being anti-AI and a welcoming place for artists of all skill levels. Whenever you create an account on the site, you're able to make character profiles. You can add references of their designs, write about your character at length, or just list their traits. And you can also customize the colors of the profile and even the music with an embedded Spotify playlist, which is really freaking neat. I really like that. I made some profiles for my current characters, and it made me realize I need to work on them so much more. Like, I need to just stop daydreaming and draw them. If you're like me and you have multiple characters from the same story, you're also able to organize them into different worlds. You can get so in-depth with the lore and have Unvale be a very easy place for people to access it. I've seen some people use the world ability as an opportunity to not only show off their characters, but also to post comics and legitimate writing and maps and just so many cool things. You can also make collaborative worlds to share with your friends or people that you met on the site. There's also an explore page and a community page that lets you find other characters and artists. If you love engaging with other people's original stories and concepts, I could not recommend this website enough. A link will be in the description and pinned comment to the website, so go make yourself an account right now. It's completely free. Thank you so much to Unvale for sponsoring this video. And now I'm gonna yap through the sketchbook tour.
So yeah, my characters, my blorbos, go check them out on Unvale. I love them so much. I'm gonna talk about them more now. Okay, I actually need to start the tour. So we have the cover. These stickers are from a wide variety of places. Some of them are from Etsy, some of them are from local artists, some of them I don't even remember where they came from. And then on the back, so all of these stickers I got from friends and family or vacations that I went on. I don't know, I love the stickers on these. The way I've been decorating sketchbooks recently has been so disappointing. Like my past few sketchbooks, I don't think I've shown them online, but I don't like the covers as much as this one. This one just like, it scratches an itch in my brain. And now it's time for me to start the tour. So here we have the start and the end date. So I started it June 22nd, 2025, and then I finished it just a few days ago on August 9th, 2025. So the first few pages of the sketchbook were done in June, and they were done before I even thought about doing this challenge. I honestly kind of just started it on a whim. So on this page, we just have random things that I taped in that I think were like sitting on my desk forever. And then on this page, we have Cromwell, Cromwell, I love you, I will kiss you. Cromwell is one of my collateral OCs. He's a teacher at a magical school that Lunabelle and her friends attend. And he's emo and he loves his wife and I love him. And then in the background we have a building study that I did, but I don't know, I feel like I should have done it at a smaller scale or just less detailed because I feel like you can't really see what's going on. So I said in the sketchbook I was going to start attempting to do observational studies again, and this was one of my first ones, and they get better, trust me, but this one almost scared me out of doing any more because when I did this one, I just hated how it came out. There are going to be some observational works that I am just gushing about. This one is not one of them. So every year, me and my family go on a big family vacation with my mom's side of the family, and so I was just drawing us at the dining room table, playing a game. Those two are supposed to be my cousins, that's supposed to be my brother. This page I love though. This page is the best page in the entire sketchbook. So I had some younger cousins on that vacation. One of my cousins was like, hey, can I draw on it? And I was like, yeah, of course. And so she's like, all right, and she grabs one of my markers and she's like, I can draw a really good cube. And so she proceeds to draw that. And then she's like, wait, no, I can draw it again, I can draw it better. And then she draws that, and I love it. And then me and some of my cousins drew a bunch of cats. I drew that one. I was trying to draw bad on purpose because we were playing a game. And then we did the same game again with turtles. I like this spread a lot more though. I said I'm gonna gush about observational work and I'm already gushing about it again. So one afternoon I just got bored and some of my family members were like sitting on the couch in there. They were watching something, so I just sat across from them and I drew them. So that's my dad, that's my aunt, and then those are my mom's legs. And then this was me and my brother at Chick-fil-A. It's all fine. My characters! Oh! Okay, so I'm forgetting if I named them earlier. I don't think I did. So these are characters all from Collateral. They all live in the Collateral universe. They all have different relationships to each other, and I love them and I hate them. So that's Lunabelle, Avery, Cromwell, Arabella, Rosa, Odine, Ergo, and Eloise. I wanted to draw a headshot of all of the characters that came to my mind first whenever I thought about Collateral, just to see if there were any things I needed to adjust, just to see if there were any characters that I clearly had developed more. None of these characters are related by blood except for Cromwell and Odine, which are siblings, and they don't like each other. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So we got some Catgirl Lunabelle. I was gonna do this animation meme collab with someone, but I think we just both kind of forgot about it. They had a character that was a wolf girl, and I was like, oh my god, I love this character. I'm gonna draw Lunabelle as a cat girl. We haven't gotten around to it, but it is what it is. And then if you don't know, I'm hosting a multi-animator project and I'm really excited about it. And so these sketches up here were just sketches of characters that I was thinking about animating maybe. So we got Usagi from Chikowa, we got Mark S from Severance, and then we got Marshall Kuso from Common Side Effects. Marshall, I love you. And speaking of the map, I don't want to gush about it too much, but when I tell you everyone working on it is so talented, and I am genuinely so excited to see it finished. And down here, we just have some observational drawings of some dudes in a restaurant, and they were staring me down when I was drawing this. They knew I was drawing them, and I don't think they liked it. My baby girl Lunabelle, and then a little figure study. I think this was off of the website Quick Poses. And on this page, I was like, I feel like I don't really know how to draw shoes. And so I attempted to do some shoe studies, but they weren't really going as planned. And so I gave up and I found a cute outfit to draw and I drew Rosa in it. And then we have a doodle of my son, who I love so much. More Rosa, because I love her. I draw Rosa so much. She's just kind of easy to draw. I don't know, she's easy and she's fun. So on this page, I found more outfits on Pinterest that I was like, God, Rosa would wear those. And so I drew her in them. And they're very rough. It's a very messy looking page, but I still think it looks pretty good. And then we move on to this page, and I kind of tried to recreate the similar sketchy kind of feel that I had on this one with this page, except I did it with my character Bill, who I didn't draw on this page, and I really should have because I love him. Bill is Lunabelle's brother. He's kind of at a point in development where I don't really know what to do with him. He kind of just exists in the story because he's existed in all of my OC stories so far. This man has existed since 2017. I'm so attached to him, but I have a lot of fun drawing him. He's a very fun character to draw. And so I drew him with a bunch of things that I associate him with, and I love him. I love him so much. So I think these were the pages where I officially started the 1 month challenge. And then from then on, I'll know I'm in the challenge. So beforehand, I think these were done in June, and then July started, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to finish this in a month and we'll see how it goes. I really like how these two pages look together though. These are very fun. So on this page, I did some figure studies. I think all of these are off of Line of Action and Pinterest. I feel like I don't usually draw poses of like people laying down. Usually it's just of people standing or like in a dynamic pose, but these look pretty nice. And then we got some random Pinterest people because, guys, who doesn't like drawing random Pinterest people? They're so fun to draw. And then after I finished these two figures, I felt like the space looked a little empty, so I just drew some random drinks that I found, and then some lemons. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I think it looks pretty good though. This might be one of my favorite spreads of the entire sketchbook. Just the way that I was able to portray these dynamic poses is just, it's something that I've never been able to do before. And I don't know what happened. After doing this spread, I just moved on to the next one and something in my brain clicked and I really like them. I think my favorites out of this entire spread, God, I don't know. I really like this ice skater, I like this roller skater, and I like this volleyball player. I think these three are probably my favorites. As a page itself, this one is so fun to look at. Oh my gosh, I could stare at this one forever. And then the next thing is brain rot. It's absolute brain rot. To be more specific, Squid Game Namgyu brain rot. So I had finished Squid Game Season 3, I think a few days before I started the sketchbook, and I got the Namgyu brainworms. I got them so much. I loved his character so much. I hated him. So I just went on Pinterest and I found random images of Namgyu and I was like, I'm gonna draw him. I keep thinking about him, so I want to draw him. So these, on this page, these are all done from reference. We got all of these are Namgyu except for that Thanos. And then this one isn't from reference. I did a little sketch on a random loose leaf sheet of paper that I had. And then I tried to make it bigger and I think it looks pretty good. This might be one of my favorite spreads in the entire sketchbook, to be honest. I really like it. This sketchbook was so fun because it just let me indulge in my brainworms that I had. And the Namgyu brainworms were there. Oh, they were present. They were present, and we're gonna see more of him. Okay, Cromwell and Arabella, my absolute beloveds. I love them. I love them so much. Cromwell is, he's a jaded young teacher, and Arabella, I think will be like 2 years older than him. She's a teacher too, but she's a little more enthusiastic about it, I think because her parents own the school that she's teaching at, but she's very sweet. And God, Cromwell is such an emo motherfucker, but when Arabella walks into the room, he flusters and everyone notices, and I love this character dynamic so much. They're so sweet. They're so sweet to each other. Cromwell and Arabella, my absolute beloved. Okay, we're gonna finally move on. Oh, more Squid Game brainworms. On this page, I attempted to draw Thanos because I was like, I'm drawing Namgyu so much, I might as well draw Thanos, and I couldn't. I don't know what about Thanos is so much harder to draw than Namgyu. Namgyu is just something about him. And then on this page, we just have a random mix of characters. We have Daiho, we have Junhee, we have, oh my god, I forgot these two characters' names. But it's a trans woman and the old lady. God damn. Oh, this show broke me. This show broke me so much. And then an obligatory Namgyu because I hate him so much and I just had to draw him. So here I found a random photo of downtown New Orleans architecture and I drew it. I was gonna color the whole thing in, but something to know about colored pencils, at least for me, it takes me a while to color something in. I really like colored pencils because of the texture they have, but for this sketchbook where I'm trying to fill up the whole thing in a month, wasn't really that convenient. And then on this page, I just found like random lampposts on Pinterest and I drew them because I thought they were pretty. I really like this one specifically. I think this is my favorite one. I think a little art block was setting in here. So I had looked through an artist that I really like, Momopatchii. They have like a bunch of their sketchbooks up on Gumroad or Itch.io. I think it's Itch.io. And so I downloaded one and I looked through it, and God, if you are not a Momopatchii fan, go look at their art because it's so freaking good. I love staring at their sketchbooks, and so afterward I got really inspired. I wanted to render clothes in a way that they did, and I wanted to draw faces the way that they did. But at the same time, I was kind of art blocked, so the pages look a little empty, but it's okay, it's whatever. I don't know who this is supposed to be, but this is supposed to be Calvin, my OC Calvin, who used to be a part of Collateral, but like with Bill, I don't really know what to do with him. And then this is just a random drawing of my partner's desk from his bed, and we're moving on. This is where my brainworms are. If you know me, you know I like The Great Gatsby, and I have an AU of The Great Gatsby that I will talk about on YouTube one day. It will happen, but not now. So on this page, I did some studies of the 2013 Great Gatsby movie, which, by the way, I do not like. Someone needs to tell Baz Luhrmann how to keep a camera still. It doesn't need to move constantly. I don't know if these are accurate, but I looked up like 1920s makeup and 1920s hairstyles, and I just did two little faces of it. And then I needed something else to fill out the page. So I was like, who else should I draw other than Namgyu from Squid Game Season 3? Oh, I hate this man so much. I think this might be the last time we see him. I could be wrong though. And then here we have some 1920s fashion studies. Again, I'm not 100% sure if these are accurate or not, but I looked online and they seem to be fine. I think these two are accurate. I don't know about her. I'm not sure about her. Okay. Never mind. Another Namgyu. I did him so dirty on this page. And also under this one, we have a stretched out version of Namgyu. I'm just gonna move on from that because Rosa and Odin are on this page, and I love Rosa and Odin. I saw people drawing their OCs with the Labubu meme, and I was like, oh my gosh, Rosa would so have a golden Labubu. That is so Rosa. So I drew her holding her golden Labubu and then being like, Odin made it for me. Because Odin can just kind of make stuff with magic. It's not something I have super developed yet, but it's in my brain, it's there. Then we have Rosa and Odin gazing into each other's eyes. Then we got a little Rosa looking scared, but it was really just an excuse for me to draw more of her hair, because her hair is so fun to draw. These drawings I did during my boyfriend's graduation. I just drew my view of the stage from where I was sitting, and then I drew some people in the audience because they were sitting still, and I thought it was a good opportunity. More dynamic pose figure studies. I really wasn't feeling it as much this day though. I still think this one looks really good, but compared to the previous spread, where is it? Oh yeah, compared to this, I just like this page so much better. These still look pretty good though. And then there's nothing really on this page. I just kind of like taped in some packaging from a little blind box thing I bought. And then we have two doodles. Yeah, not much to say. Oh, you want to talk about brainworms? Oh, you want to talk about brainworms. All right. So here we have some thumbnails for potential finished pieces I could do for Collateral characters. I feel like unless you're me, you can't really tell what's going on in any of these, but I don't know, we'll see if they get made into finished pieces one day. And then right here we have a little Ergo just staring at you menacingly. And on this page we have a lot of the current Collateral characters and their relationships to each other. You can pause and read them if you can. I don't even know. Here, let me see. Can I hold it up? Can I hold it up? Get closer? Yeah, I can. So yeah, if you wanna pause and read some of these, you can, but it's just so much. It's so much to explain. I would be rambling literally forever if I went over this page. So I'm just gonna show it to y'all and move on. Ooh, I love these pages. So on this day, it was my dad's birthday, and for my dad's birthday, he wanted to play Topgolf. So we drove to the nearest town that had Topgolf, and we went and we played it. And I was really bad because I'm bad at golf. So this was just a drawing of my brother sitting on the little Topgolf couch that they had. And then I was just trying to capture the environment around us. And then over here, this is us eating at a Mexican restaurant afterward. That's my dad sitting right there, and then that's my mom. And honestly, I think I captured my mom really well with this drawing. I could literally stare at that forever. I'm very proud of that page. So this is where I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll participate in art fight. And then I did like 4 attacks and I gave up. I felt like at this point I was having trouble filling up my sketchbook, or I was having trouble like finding the motivation or things to draw for it. But it was July and I was like, art fight is right there. Like there is literally millions of characters that I could draw right now for this sketchbook just at my disposal. So why not take advantage of it? And I tried, but I think like I've just kind of learned art fight isn't really a thing for me. I'm not a big art fight fan. So this character belongs to Cherikat, who is actually a fellow art YouTuber. This character belongs to Lilakwii on Instagram. And then this character is my friend Jay's, aka Plastic Astronaut on Instagram, and everyone should go follow him. And this is his character leg, who I love so much. So yeah, for these 2 pages, I did studies of people that I thought looked similar to the character that I was drawing, and then I would draw the character. I probably like this headshot the most out of literally everything I did for art fight. I kind of wish that I hadn't colored some of them in. Like I feel like this looked a lot better before I went in with colored pencil, but it is what it is. Guys, guys. More Rosa and Odine. Oh, I love these 2. I love them so much. I think at this point I was in New Orleans at a friend's house and we were just sitting there chatting, and I was like, I'm just gonna draw my characters while we sit here and talk. So I drew Rosa and Odine staring at each other at a bar. That's not how they're gonna meet at all, but I just thought it was a cute idea, a cute little AU. And then here I drew these 2 characters naked just so I could like establish their body type, but YouTube will hate me if I show it, so I'm not going to. And then right here is a drawing of my friend Jay sitting at his desk drawing an art fight attack. Actually, I think it looks pretty good overall. I really like how the bottom of this chair looks, and I like how I captured him sitting in the chair. I think it looks nice. I really like it. Okay, so this night, me and Jay went to a restaurant and they ended up doing trivia. Like, we had just gotten done eating, and then someone over like the speaker like announces, hey, we're gonna start doing trivia. And so me and Jay just looked at each other like, we have nothing better to do, so we might as well just participate in the trivia. And when I tell you, we got our asses kicked, but it at least gave us an opportunity to just like sit there and draw people in the area in the restaurant. So that's what I did on these 2 pages. Yeah, this was us sitting at the table, the J. Joe trivia experience as of 9 p.m. And then on this page, me and my friend Jay and Ash, we went to the Botanical Gardens in New Orleans, and we went to the New Orleans Museum of Art, and that's where these stickers come from. And there was this statue of Moses just hitting this insane pose. I took a picture of Ash and Jay hitting it, and I just drew it in my sketchbook because I thought it would be funny. I like this page. I think it looks nice. And then we got some free postcards that I got at the Museum of Art, as well as the wristband that I had to wear in there. And then I drew some pictures that I took at the Botanical Gardens. Another important note, I drew and I finished these pages while I was spreading my common side effects propaganda to Jay. I forced him to watch it, and all of you guys watching this video should watch Common Side Effects. It's so good. More Odine. Her hair is so fun to draw. I freaking love drawing her hair. We have some arm studies up here, the hand study, Odine and Rosa. I love you two. I love you two so much. I was kind of feeling art blocked at this point. I honestly didn't really know what to do with my sketchbook. I knew I wanted to draw my characters, but drawing them with a pen constantly, honestly, just wasn't really it. Actually, have I mentioned that up until this point? Oh my god, I haven't. I feel like I should have mentioned it earlier. Now that I'm looking at this page, one of the challenges with the sketchbook was that I couldn't erase at all. So I had to use mediums that I couldn't erase with. And I did that because I thought it would make filling up the sketchbook faster, because hypothetically it would mean I'm spending less time on the pages since I would have to do less revisions. And I guess that was technically true, but what it ended up doing was making me scared to draw. So instead of drawing without a pencil, I just didn't draw at all, which was not what was intended, but you know, it happens. Okay, I can't show this page off because I don't want to, but these are storyboards for my map and I'm so excited. And guys, have I mentioned that my map is gonna be awesome and everyone working on it is amazing, and I'm so freaking excited for it. It was my friend Nebula's birthday, and so we all went out to eat, and I drew them and their girlfriend sitting across from me. I drew them too big and I drew the objects too small, but overall I think it looks good, and I really think I captured his likeness pretty well. Moving on. I don't know if you can tell, but this is where the sketchbook burnout set in. And it was at this point that I felt like my sketchbook had served its purpose, because I really wanted to do the 1 month sketchbook to just kind of get me back into drawing routinely again. And hopefully after the sketchbook is done, I then start drawing in my iPad more. But at this point, I had failed to consider that maybe it wouldn't take me a full month of drawing in my sketchbook. This page is a drawing of my apartment that I stayed in over the summer, and it's of me sitting at my desk playing Minecraft, absolutely ignoring the sketchbook. Next page. Ooh, I love this one. So I can't really talk about why I was drawing foxes. There is a reason, but I'm not gonna talk about it because collateral lore. So I don't usually draw animals, so I needed to do some studies at some point. Why not just do them in this sketchbook? Foxes honestly are so fun to draw though. These guys are so cute. I freaking love foxes. I really need to start drawing animals more, but I just feel like there's so much I need to draw in general that they kind of get put on the back burner. And then I was getting burnt out of foxes and I just drew a little Ergo that does not look like Ergo at all. And then here is the original Odin sketch that I did. This is the first drawing of Odin ever. Yeah, I love you, Odin. Odin, I love you. So we got some random people sitting outside the convention center. 10 minutes after I put my sketchbook up, they yelled at me and they were like, "Hey, I like your puppy cat keychain," because they had a puppy cat keychain. I was like, "Thank you." And they were both dressed pretty nicely. I don't know, these pages aren't too exciting, but I don't think they look that bad. More observational drawings. Guys, I'm gonna be real, I don't like this page. This was me and my partner at a restaurant, and I did him so dirty. I made his face look like a baby. I showed it to him and I was like, "Simon, this does not look like you." And he was like, "It doesn't." Like I said, I think the burnout was hitting and I just kind of wanted to eat my food and relax, so I ended up not finishing it. And it is what it is, it happens. And then this one, we were sitting on a pier together and I wasn't feeling like drawing, but Simon was like, "You know what? I want to draw in your sketchbook." I gave him my sketchbook and he just drew some of the things we were looking at. So he drew everything in blue, and then I was like, "You know what? I'll add on to the page," and I drew something in pink, and I thought it looked really bad, but I think it's really sweet. I really like this page. Ooh, I love this spread though. This was another drawing I did of us at a restaurant. Again, I can't draw my partner because I did him so dirty. But everything else I think looks pretty good. I like the perspective that I used. I really like how I captured the environment. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And then one day we went to the mall again and he got the Hot Topic bag of all time. He got the Adventure Time Hot Topic bag and it looks so good. And then he got an Adventure Time pin and he let me tape in some of the box in my sketchbook, and we ended up getting that fin pin. Another restaurant doodle. It was a Vietnamese restaurant, and the pho that I got there was so good. It came out really quickly though, so I didn't have as much time to draw the background as I intended. And then right before we left, I took a bunch of photos around the place and I was like, I'll go back and I'll draw something from this collection. And I just drew this chip shelf that I took a photo of. Ooh, we're almost to the end. Okay, so if the scene suddenly looks different, or if the lighting is different, it's because the rest of the sketchbook tour will be recorded 2 days after the rest of it, because my phone ran out of storage and stopped recording, and I didn't notice it until I was editing, so that's my own fault. Like I was saying, this sketchbook was just kind of giving me some art block. It was kind of giving me some trouble, and as much as I wanted to have fun with it, and as much as I started the sketchbook with that goal, I was getting to the point where working in it just really started to feel like a chore. And so after this spread, I made the executive decision to stop the 1 month challenge and just leave the sketchbook as it is. And on one hand, like, I am sad that I didn't finish it, but also at the same time, this sketchbook was filling a certain role in my artistic journey. But then I just wanted to animate, I wanted to do character design, I wanted to do a bunch of things that weren't just going on Pinterest and drawing whatever was on Pinterest, because I felt like that was the only thing I could do with this sketchbook for some reason. And yeah, I don't know, I created a recipe for burnout when I really didn't mean to. But to say I didn't have fun with the sketchbook is a freaking lie. God, like, I love so many pages in the sketchbook. I love the colors I used, I love the medium I used, I love the observational work and all the drawings I did of like my friends and my family and my partner. I think it was really fun. I had such a good time with it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed looking at it. Let me know what your favorite spread was. Let me know which of my characters you want to kiss the most. Let me know if Namgyu annoys you and you love him as much as I do. I'm still gonna be working in this sketchbook. Like, I'm not just gonna let it go to waste. So I'll be posting the rest of the pages that I fill on my Patreon for sure, maybe my Instagram. But speaking of my Patreon, I want to give a quick thank you to my $10 patrons, Cookie Cutter, Josh, and Mac, as well as all of the $2 and $5 tier members. Making these videos aren't possible without you guys. Like, I'm genuinely so grateful that I have people supporting me. If you're curious about what I do on Patreon, I basically just post a bunch of behind the scenes and sneak peeks of future videos, as well as art and animatic whips and just things that I will never post anywhere else. You'll get access to everything on my Patreon for $2 a month, or if you want to support me a little more, there's a $5 tier and a $10 tier. And of course, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, Unvale, my goats, literally so goated. And yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking this far if you're still here. Good luck drawing, and I'll see y'all in the next one.